Yeah, sure, Twisted Mansion.
Mm.
All right, so we are back.
All right, we're back then.
And,
so, Smash and Amiibo.
Yeah, which I'm...
Boy.
There's not as much to talk about with Amiibo right now, because we only know, like, how they work with Smash at the moment.
Yeah.
Amiibo is, if you're jumping into this one, maybe you didn't watch the first part that we did on this.
In which case, go back and watch that. And go back and watch the direct. I mean,
yeah, if you're just joining us and watching me spin out on my turbo start here like a loser,
you're just keeping the tradition.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised one of these Mortons hasn't knocked me off the stage.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, you can hop back. I did put all my E3 stuff into a playlist, so you can easily find your way to the beginning of all of this.
Yeah.
This will, of course, be our Amiibo and Smash Brothers focused episode. So the first thing I put up was the live reaction to the digital event. So if you haven't seen the digital event, you should probably check that out, so you know what some of this stuff we're talking about is.
Yeah.
And then I did a spectating of the finals for the Smash Brothers Invitational that they did.
That's right.
I'm not quite sure how interesting that was. I really didn't go back and rewatch that to see.
I didn't check it out myself either.
There was only one part, the big part of the tournament, which I'll just go ahead and mention now because it's not in the reaction, is when Mega Man got his final smash and the crowd went freaking wild.
Yeah.
They absolutely loved it. And that was incredible. It still amazes me to hear the love for Mega Man, despite the fact that Capcom just wants nothing to do with him, the fans are still all over it. And that is just I don't know if I told you this. I told a few friends this though. There was a part when they were setting up for the tournament where they had these they had these posters of the characters.
Right.
And they showed a row where there was a bunch of people through the whole row either holding up Mega Man or Sonic posters. And I was like, dude, this is almost bringing tears to my eyes. This is beautiful. Yeah. And I just got so screwed off this course. Anyway, so I have a video up for that, and then we have the part 1 of this discussion, which is pretty much
everything else.
It's not necessarily everything at E3, but it's everything that we
Nintendo at least. Yeah.
Yeah, but we bypassed Xenoblade Chronicles and stuff because neither of us are terribly interested in that one.
Our own interest.
We what the hell was with that red shell? That was wacky. I'm getting really screwed here. This hurts. This really hurts. Anyway, so the first part we did pretty much everything except Amiibo and Smash Brothers, and now we're doing that here because that episode was already running really long, so we just decided to split it up.
And this introduction was 5 minutes for that, but
3.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Not bad. I got sidetracked by the Smash tournament there.
Yeah.
Wario, bring it.
Fine enough. Yeah.
So Amiibo, if I guess to recap, because if you were good little viewers, you went and watched the digital event and know this already. Amiibo is Nintendo's
answer.
I wouldn't say answer, but they're definitely they're definitely taking their step into the toys to life genre, such as Skylanders and Disney Infinity.
Right.
Of course, because they're Nintendo, they have their own little twist on it.
Yep.
And but we don't really know a whole lot about what that twist might be at this point in time.
Although we do know, I mean, the great part about it though is that Nintendo plans ahead, and I mean they've had the NFC receiver in the NFC reader in the gamepad, and that was planned out.
And they did try to use it with a Pokemon spin-off, and I don't think it was very successful.
Right. So
I expect this is going to be much more successful.
Oh, honestly. Yeah, I believe so. Because personally, between the two of us, we've been talking about just our own desire to actually grab some of them even
Oh, even with Disney Infinity, like, I don't give a crap about Disney Infinity, the game,
Right.
but some of the figures I want to get because they're pretty nice.
Yeah,
And their
yeah.
characters I really
The
enjoy.
figures are pretty
And
well done.
so I
Yeah.
can definitely see myself scooping up
Which-
quite a few of these.
Which,
And,
I guess, in contrast to Skylanders, I don't know.
Yeah, see, Skylanders doesn't
Skylanders
have
is-
that benefit.
Yeah,
Unless
Although I think-
unless they try and make a TV show or something.
right. Which, I don't know. Have they? I don't know.
I don't. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Maybe they do. That's the sad part.
I pay no attention to Skylanders. I never
Yeah.
understood it. Even when Disney Infinity was coming around, I did not understand it. But again, I was like, the figures are pretty nice. I wouldn't mind picking up some of those.
I mean, the thing is, too, is that they do already have the... They kind of already have the base for it, at least in the sense of toys on their system, because even though Disney Infinity and Skylanders both use their own peripherals, they're best-selling on the Wii U. I mean...
Yeah. I know for sure Disney Infinity is. I'm not sure about Skylanders, but probably...
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because the Wii install base was so massive that...
Yeah.
That was probably where... That's probably what helped them take off the way it did.
Right. Yeah, I believe so. And, well, there is that Skylanders version of the Wii U as well, which...
Right,
I
yeah, there was a
personally wouldn't
bundle.
recommend anybody to buy because... just because it's basic, but...
Right.
I mean, if you want Skylanders, get the deluxe and then buy it yourself. You know what I mean?
This Iggy won't go away. I've hit him with the star like 3 times, and he's still right here. Like, what the hell?
I mean,
2 bullet bills. What the hell? What is this?
But that's at least... I don't know how successful that one's been. That
The Skylanders bundle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's at least been an introduction to Wii U for those who are looking to get into Wii U. And mostly for their kid, you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, now, you look at, like you said, you might even have interest in getting some Disney Infinity figures, but then it's like, when it comes to Nintendo figures, made by, basically for Smash and, like, the stuff that they have with it.
Right,
like,
yeah.
These are Nintendo characters, that's
like
kind of a different, realm, and it's like actually real interest in them and actually real interest in actually using them,
Yeah, like the first, well,
that's pretty cool.
Like, okay, mechanics aside, the Amiibo will launch with Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. Just winter 2014. That's all we got at the moment. And just the fact that they made the conscious effort to make the stands that the characters are on look like the trophy stands from the games, or like we're practically getting like actual real trophies
from the game,
which Smash fans have wanted. That was already a genius move.
Yeah, that's true enough.
And mechanically, like I guess you pretty much like you buy a Mario figure, you stick him on the gamepad, and then you can fight that Mario. He actually levels up and learns, not only learns how to play, but learns how you play, and starts to adapt that.
Learns how you play, and also learns how the battles that it's been in against other players as well. So it learns a bit of their fighting style as well.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So if
I spun out again. What is this?
If you're playing against someone who's got a really annoying playstyle, and you're using your Amiibo figure at the same time, they're learning that playstyle.
Yeah, they're learning how to
and
counter
they'll learn
it.
how to counter that player. So that's
and
pretty cool.
like you can, I believe you can give them equipment, and you can customize their movesets, and
right.
And it's not a huge impact on gameplay, but it sounds cute and fun to play with.
It's something fun to play around.
It's kind of like that alone doesn't sell me on getting the figures. I'm kind of interested in getting the figures to begin with.
Yeah, just kind of interested.
Just the fact that you can do something like that's just kind of like a neat bonus.
Right,
I think
it is.
They did say they're going to work in functionality for other games such as Mario Kart 8 here. We have no.
But not sure exactly how yet.
Yeah, they haven't said anything about how they're going to work.
You just went right into that bomb, didn't you? That was terrible.
I don't know what happened. I don't even know.
We don't know how they're gonna work on Mario Kart 8 yet, but
Well, we don't know how they're gonna work in anything else.
anything else, yeah. Well, except Smash. So yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I don't even remember what I believe Mario Party 10 was. Oops, we didn't mention Mario Party 10 last time.
That's true.
But then even Nintendo almost forgot to mention Mario Party 10, so whatever.
It's good. Yeah, Mario Party 10 isn't high on either of our lists. So.
Yeah.
That'd be why.
So I believe they're gonna work in Amiibo support for that, as well as Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Really, Captain Toad too?
Treasure Tracker, is that the right subtitle? Am I getting that right?
Treasure Tracker. I believe.
I believe they said they're gonna work it into that as well.
That's interesting. I'm not sure how they would do that, but yeah, I guess they can put a lot of data on these little figures. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, they said there's enough room that like you don't have to like if you have a Mario for Smash, you can still use them for like Mario Kart, and you don't have to worry about like running out of space or anything like that. They did say they're going to that the price point's going to be around what Skylanders and Disney Infinity are, 10 to 15. I still believe that they could probably push them as low as 10, and they're still going to sell these damn things. So
I think they could push them as low as like
maybe even like
$8. Maybe $8, and then like a 3-pack maybe for like 20.
Yeah,
you know, something like that, and that would be pretty damn interesting to get a bunch of them. Because I mean, that's sort of the thing. Like if it's a low enough price point, then there are going to be people who are just going to be like, yeah, I want to buy them all. Yeah. You know what I mean? And there definitely would be those people. So it's like, and I mean, if it was low enough, then yeah, I would be like, yep, I'm going to buy them all. You know what I mean? But at 10 to 15 each, it kind of gets to be that.
Yeah, we did quick math. They did confirm they're going to make one for the entire roster in Smash Brothers, and my personal prediction for the roster size in Smash Brothers is 47 right now. So we did quick math and figured out it's going to be over $500 to get all of the figures.
Even if we were to assume that they don't add any more characters, that's over $300.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little high.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
nice
a little absurd.
Yeah.
But then that's a lot of figures at the same time, so it's like,
so it's hard to really.
Yeah, they did say they're gonna do one for. I don't know if they're including the third-party characters in that.
I would hope.
Tough to say, I guess. You'd think they would.
Yeah,
I'm sure the companies are on board for it.
Mega Man, Pac-Man, and Sonic.
And then they also said they're working to see if they would be able to do custom order me amiibos.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool if they could manage to do that.
Right.
Because I think most companies would probably say screw it to that. They wouldn't even try. Yeah. So it's nice that they're willing to even look into it.
Even think about it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't order one myself, but I know people...
Yeah, I probably would for laughs.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, I guess if I were buying a bunch of others and it was reasonably priced in either as same price or a little bit more if it's custom, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they probably will be a little bit more if they're custom.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a maybe, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
I don't know how well you're doing racing here while we're trying to do this. I'm doing terrible.
I've had a mix. I started off really strong in our first recording, but in this one,
I had a few good ones in part one. I think, from what I remember. Yeah. I'm using Shy Guy and I'm not very fast, so
yeah. I'm
something.
Here's the thing: while we're doing this, I'm kind of accepting any lower ranking. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not even watching my ranking. No, I stopped doing that a while ago.
It's kind of like, okay, well, we're kind of busy.
I'll survey the damage once we're done and figure out what I need to.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it!
I just went to the off-road section too.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
you're not the biggest Smash Brothers fan compared
No, I
to
suck
how
at
I am. You are interested just because you actually do have the platforms to play them on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm.
And
I
I
already
did,
have a 3DS Smash pre-ordered.
and I did get you to play through
Brawl,
a bit of
yeah.
Brawl
Yeah.
a couple
The storyline.
months ago,
Yeah, storyline and
just to kind of familiarize.
yeah, and just a few fights, just here and there. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games that I've always wanted to get into.
You just haven't had the system, or
I haven't had the systems or really the ability to get into it with other people.
right.
Probably the 3DS one is going to be the bigger one for me because it is
Yeah, I can see that.
both portable and it's probably going to be at least a bigger platform to get more used to everything with. Because it is coming out earlier.
Yeah, it is coming out.
There's a lot of practice time with it.
At least a month earlier, if not two.
At least a month to 2 months earlier. So yeah, I'm excited enough for Smash, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not.
You
keeping
don't
up with
like.
It.
You don't like get goosebumps when they have trailers though, like I do.
No, yeah, I'm not keeping up with it the way you are. Like you'll check the Smash Day updates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The updates. I don't care that much to check those. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I hear every once in a while one from you, anyways.
Yeah, if it's interesting enough, I'll bring it up to you.
You'll mention it anyways. So yeah, yeah. So I mean, I guess you know.
So I think the big things there, like not going straight to the newcomers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you watched any of the Invitational.
No, I did not.
I think you did watch the Treehouse tournament, which I think was actually more entertaining. I really had fun watching the Treehouse tournament.
Yeah. And a few other sections just of Smash on the side they had, yeah.
Yeah, they had more than a few sections.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not too much even for me to really say about it, aside from, I mean, it looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
one thing I find amusing is a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, it looks so much more like Melee," and it's like,
no, it doesn't.
Yes and no. Yes and no. It looks faster paced, like Melee was. However, it has a bunch of the gameplay improvements that made Brawl overall much more playable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There were some mechanics in Melee that are just like, you try and go back to them now, and it's like, ouch! How did we ever play with this? Specifically in Melee, when you use an air dodge, it puts you into like helpless free fall.
Right.
And that's not the case in Brawl, and I can't get the hang of that. Whenever I go back to Melee, I get myself killed because I try air dodging too much.
Right.
And like that's just one of those things that makes it like ugh. And characters fall so fast in that game that like if you slip off the stage and use like a mid-air attack, there's a good chance you're gonna fall off the bottom of you're gonna like fall and KO before you're even done with the animation for the attack, because that's how quickly you fall.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Melee, obviously, and I didn't care for it. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
and I'm not really one to say, like, I'm not gonna tell people,
like, I did like Brawl when I played of it, certainly.
Right.
You know,
I'm not gonna tell people like, oh, you can't like Melee. It was garbage. Personally, that's probably my least favorite. Brawl is probably my most favorite, and with 64 right behind it. Brawl kind of played just like 64, so I really liked that one. Yeah. Melee, my big problem with Melee is that it was so fast-paced that I felt like I didn't have any competition because most people couldn't keep up with how fast it was.
Right.
Like, most of the gamers I knew at the time, I would just completely overwhelm them with speed.
Yeah, and if you don't have that practice in it and learn ability to learn it through owning the game, then you're just not gonna...
Especially with I played Ice Climbers in Melee, so not only was I fast and overwhelming them, but there was two of me.
Yeah.
Like, people just couldn't deal with it. And it was just very, it was just kind of not fun because, like, I was the only one that reached that point where it was like...
Yeah.
There were I only knew, like, two people.
Why do we have Tom Cruise in this match? I don't...
We also have
We've
a
had
guy
Tom
named...
Cruise in here a while.
We also have a guy named I Love Fappin.
Yeah, I've seen it too, yeah.
What a... and freaking burnouts. What am I doing?
A great burnout there.
So yeah, like Melee...
We have so many Koopalings, damn.
Like, Melee holds a place in my heart for a few small reasons. One is it does have Mewtwo, and that was before Jigglypuff was gimped to unplayability.
Right.
She was outright we were talking about that last night, I think, about how, like, I kind of don't expect her to return in the next one, but half of that is just because if she's going to suck that much, like, don't shame her by putting her back in the game. Just take her out.
I'd love her. I'd love them to put her back, to keep her in, because I don't see a reason for them to cut anybody from the original cast.
Yeah, I don't really see a reason for them to cut anyone, because and we've talked about this before, there's a lot of characters confirmed for the next one already that are like, why are these guys still here? These were like prime candidates for being cut.
Right, and when it comes down to Jigglypuff, it's just, I kind of hope that they redo her,
The only reason my reason why I think they might cut her is because I'm thinking they might put Mewtwo back in instead.
Yeah, but you've even said that you'd prefer a redone Jigglypuff. Bring her back as
yeah, because honestly I did not like... Melee had Mewtwo, but it was kind of... I felt he wasn't very...
Yeah.
He didn't do Mewtwo justice.
Right.
And part of that was he wasn't a very good character. He just wasn't that great. He was kind of light. He wasn't super powerful. A lot of his stuff was hard to hit with.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
ideally they'll bring them both back and do them both justice, and everyone's happy.
Yeah. There you go. Even though, I mean, I don't even I'm not even asking for Jigglypuff because I'm good with Jigglypuff or anything like that. It's just I just don't see a reason for them to cut it. You know what I mean? I don't see a reason.
Well, and I've pointed out this before too. I
get your point to it, but I mean,
right. I've also pointed out the fact that how she was a last-minute addition to Brawl. So
yeah,
there's that too. But I don't think they want to cut anyone.
Yeah, I don't think they really want.
I don't think they want to make the Mewtwo mistake again.
Yeah, and I know that there are people out there likely who kept through and tried to make Jigglypuff in Brawl,
Yeah,
solid.
I tried. I just couldn't do much with it.
Really melee-focused players, they'd be upset with not having Jigglypuff if they were,
if they were good with her, yeah.
Yeah, if they're
one of the guys that was in the finals for the Invitational said he was a Jigglypuff player, but he didn't have that option, so he went with Kirby instead.
Yeah.
And another one of my problems with how poor Jigglypuff was in Brawl was Jigglypuff was kind of like Queen of the Air.
Yeah.
In Melee, and I feel like they built Wario to be Jigglypuff 2.0.
Right.
Wario felt like what Jigglypuff used to be, and he was really good. Like they made a really good character there.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. Like because I love Wario too. He's an awesome character. True.
He is. Yeah. No.
And he just didn't have the death combo that Jigglypuff had. But aside from that, like he was Jigglypuff too.
Yeah. That's the only thing is I see Smash Wii U as Nintendo's... I really think they want to get the people who are serious...
I'm sorry, by the way.
I think they really want to get the people who are really serious players of Smash Melee. They want to bring them up. They want to bring them... They want
to sell units to that competitive scene because that's a big scene.
They want to make them comfortable in the Wii U version. while at the same
Oh,
time
come
making
on.
it accessible to Brawl fans.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit faster paced compared to
Yeah.
Brawl, but I think it'll be the best of both worlds, really.
But that's another reason why I also think they should bring back the Melee characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, there's, I guess, an argument for Mewtwo to come back there if people who are heavy Mewtwo fans, or...
Yeah, although he wasn't very popular in the Melee scene, but
Yeah.
I still get your point. Jigglypuff
Yeah.
wasn't popular in the Melee scene either. I don't
There
think.
are players, yeah. So,
Did I get 2 golden mushrooms in a row? Did this just happen?
I don't know.
I think this just happened. So I'm trying to think of like.
If there's anything else before we go into...
Well, we're already like 25 minutes in, and I feel like we actually haven't talked about the new one all that much. Like we've just like talked like character speculation.
True enough.
So I guess like.
I mean, what is there to say about
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's kind of like.
There's not all that much...
I don't want to go into too much detail. Like, okay, like here it is. If you're watching this and you want to know more details about like how veterans have changed and stuff like that, info about the new characters, go watch the Treehouse footage. The guy that Nate Bihldorf is like the guy that was narrating most of the Smash Brothers demonstration, and he knew his stuff. Like he's been working on the series since Melee. So he was giving very, very informative commentary on the game.
Yeah,
and it was very
Nate was
for someone who's been playing it since 64. He was saying things that I was interested in hearing.
Right.
So it was very informative. And overall fun to watch. The guy sucks at playing and talking at the same time. But aside from that, it was informative. When they got competitive, it was incredibly fun to watch.
Yeah. That was a running thing with the Treehouse, actually. Everybody in the Treehouse, apparently. If you're playing, you can't be talking at the same time.
He was the big one that was like they kept like tricking him into talking, and then he'd like start losing.
Well, there was the developers versus the Treehouse Splatoon match.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
There was 3 games of that, and every time they went to a Treehouse member, right as they started talking to them, Treehouse member died. It's like, oh gosh, come on.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, developers won 3-0.
Jeez.
Not unexpected because they are the developers.
Yeah,
they made the game.
But
they
yeah,
know the strategy.
The Treehouse footage was incredibly informative and entertaining.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the 3DS footage was mostly on Smash Run, which I actually kind of got sick of seeing after a while.
There was a segment or 2 about 3DS that wasn't on Smash.
Yeah, they did do at least one.
At least the one. Yeah.
And then they also had the Treehouse tournament that was also very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty entertaining, yeah. And they even had a section before that as well. They had a few
they had
Yeah.
It wasn't a 4-player section. I think there was only 3 of them.
There was a 4-player section, yeah. But earlier in that day.
I might be thinking of
3.
the wrong one.
Yeah. On day 3, they had the 4-player section.
I was thinking of the section on day 2, actually. Yeah.
Okay. And then they had
what just hit me?
the tournament. Yeah.
Oh, boomerang.
But
maybe.
yeah, Treehouse was really good. I mean,
that was very good coverage. Like I said back in part 1, I feel like with the Treehouse coverage, they set a new standard for E3.
Yeah. I don't think you even said that. Did you?
I meant to.
You thought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so because that's from watching, say, Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, you didn't see. I mean, okay, on one hand, I wasn't looking for that kind of coverage, but
fans of theirs would be. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's my point is if there was that kind of coverage, I wasn't watching for it anyway. So maybe what do I know? Maybe you were looking a little bit more carefully than I was.
No, as far as I know, there's not that in-depth.
Not that intensive of.
Maybe from separate studios, like maybe there's some Ubisoft stuff and some EA stuff and things like that. But as far as I know, not from Sony and Microsoft themselves.
Right.
There wasn't like shit like that being held off.
And it was kind of amazing, not only with Smash Brothers, but just to The Treehouse guys very clearly love their jobs. They love what they are doing, and you could really tell that by watching this footage.
Yeah. You can kind of tell everybody in Nintendo loves their job.
Oh yeah.
That's the great part about even watching employees from Nintendo. They love their job, and you can't fault them for it.
So I guess in terms of newcomers, I guess I'll get Palutena out of the way first because I probably have the least to say on her.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on her at all. So
I did. I think she looks good.
I'm not a Kid Icarus fan yet. So
yeah, true.
I got
so
nothing to say.
Don't even really know who she is aside from what I've said.
Yeah, aside from what you've said, aside from what other people said, I don't know a damn thing
I do
about her.
think it was amusing. There was that leak some months ago of screenshots of her in Smash Brothers, and I'm 99% sure that those were actually fakes.
They look like it.
We compared them and they looked like completely different models, so I thought that was kind of amusing. In my reaction video, I felt bad because we were not surprised at all by seeing her because it was completely expected. Yeah. It was more of it's about time they revealed her.
Yeah, it's not that big of a surprise because throw another character in from another series that doesn't have that many characters.
Yeah, and if they were going to put anyone in from Kid Icarus,
another character from Star Fox that's just a clone.
Yeah,
for example,
And if they were going to put in someone from Kid Icarus, that's who it was going to be.
Yeah. The only problem is, it comes down to what now, really are series where they could grab another character from and actually have it mean something to people, and that's pretty much Metroid and friggin' there's another one. No, there's not even characters from F-Zero they can pull in.
I guess you could say Donkey Kong Country, maybe.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country, maybe.
I think that would. I don't know if it would get attention, but I don't think people would complain about it or anything.
Right. Yeah. No. Maybe we want to see Cranky Kong.
Fire Emblem. I really want to see another Fire Emblem character. I still want to see the avatar from Fire Emblem Awakening make it in.
Yeah.
I'm still very hopeful on that front.
Yeah.
If only because the two characters that people want to see from Awakening would be Chrom and Lucina. And
they're just Marth and Ike and come on.
What?
I said, and they're just Marth and Ike and all that.
I had trouble hearing you for some reason.
So it's we've seen those Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, already. I thought Chrom had a pretty good chance because I was not expecting Ike to return. I figured they were going to cut Ike and pull a Mewtwo and Lucario on that one.
That's what a lot of people thought, yeah.
And they did not do that. Now, we know that Ike is in it.
The only other character
damn it.
Well, no, that's true. There are a couple other characters, I guess, from Melee that didn't make it to Brawl, but they're more cloning.
Yeah, they were all clones, I think.
So, I mean, I was going to say Roy, but then, there are some others that didn't even make it.
Well, Young Link was one, and you could argue he turned into Toon Link.
Yeah.
And then Pichu was the other.
Yeah. So it's
and Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario, yeah. That's fair.
Which I want to see him come back as a costume, because...
Yeah,
I was awesome with Dr. Mario. That's one of the things I miss about Melee is I was really good with Dr. Mario, and I suck with Mario. I'm absolutely terrible with Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing so bad right now.
So Palutena.
Palutena looks great. I was really hoping to see her make it.
That she's actually got a bit of a difference from other characters, though, supposedly.
Yeah, her whole. Most of the new characters have interesting gimmicks to them that really add a new level to gameplay. Some of them we've only just learned of. For example, the villagers being that he can pocket items.
I thought we knew that.
We knew it, but we didn't know how much of an impact that was going to have until recently. I don't think some of the things we saw him doing in the treehouse footage is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Pocket a blue shell and use it later.
Yeah, pocketing a blue shell was probably my favorite.
Can he pocket a Smash Ball?
No, I don't think so.
That would be crazy.
But yeah, I think Then Palutena's
Oh, we just did Wario. Oops.
gimmick
Um,
is that her special move variations are completely different. They're not just variations.
yeah.
They're completely different special moves.
We'll see how that works out, I guess. My only issue with that is, if you guys can do that for Palutena, then why aren't the Mii fighters available for fun as well? Because they're pretty much the same thing, right? It's like, what?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm sure there's reasoning there.
I guess.
We'll see eventually.
Because, I guess we can get into the second new one that we know about, or, well, I guess...
Yeah, it would actually be the first that we had known about, but there's more to say on Mii's. And I need to be careful about the time. Like, I feel like we spent too much time just talking about stuff in previous games.
Mii fighters, then.
So yeah, the Mii like, I really did not want to see Mii's. If you remember my live reaction on the Smash Brothers Direct back in April, was it?
Yeah,
I think it was in April.
I think so.
There were two things I did not want to see in the game, and that was Mii's and Pac-Man. So
who our third character is. Yeah.
So
Talk about.
Mii's, like, we'll start there. Mii's they did correctly. I'm very happy with how they did Mii's. I would often tell people the only way I was accepting of Mii's is if they were create a characters.
Semi-create a character.
And they managed to do that. It wasn't to the extent that I expected them to do it. But it's still an acceptable solution. It's not my whole problem with like a shallow sports move set is like, if I'm gonna play as myself in Smash Brothers, I want to play as myself in Smash Brothers, and I don't have anything to do with sports, so that isn't fitting at all.
And as you know, we were talking about this the other day. As I was saying, if they were gonna do a sports set, Waluigi would have been
and they even point out about how that's why Waluigi isn't playable.
He's already an assist trophy, so I mean, it would make more sense to do Waluigi if they wanted to do sports moveset.
Which it would still be kind of dumb, though, I think.
It'd fit him, at least. That's the thing.
I guess. I'd rather see Nintendo actually put him in a game and then do something with him. Like, I have no problems with Waluigi. It's just, you gotta admit, like, even if you're a fan, you gotta admit that he's
not
very shallow.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to do anything with him for some reason, except for spin-offs. That was one thing
that I did mention the other day, is that now he's going to represent the Wario series.
Yeah.
Mario,
which is although and
possibility is that he might be being worked in.
Well, I'm curious where the hell that info came from.
I believe it. I'm not sure where it came from. I did see it
because, like, I saw it on like the Smash Wikipedia, and it's like, that's fine. I'm sure they do their research, but where did it come from? Where did they say?
Was it actually maybe from Nintendo when they? Like, I don't know the actual moment of when he was announced.
I know. It was during a pick of the day when they revealed him.
Yeah, that's
but when they did the Smash Brothers Direct and they showed the assist trophies, they did show the emblem of the series they represented in the corner. So that's where it's from.
Right. Okay,
I didn't think of that until like just now.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, if he's representing Wario and they're going to throw him into a Wario game, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see him in a Wario game.
Go for it.
He needs to be.
I have no problem with the character whatsoever. It's just I want to see them do more with him.
Exactly. More with him, and
anyway, so I'm very, very happy with how the Mii fighters came out.
Yep.
I think they did exactly what they needed to do there.
3 different styles: sword, gunner, and fists, and a little bit of special customization for each of those. That's pretty well done. There's 36 moves, basically.
That sounds right.
It's 12
I'm
each.
curious if they have different final smashes as well. I imagine they do for the 3. You probably can't customize them, though.
No, I wouldn't think you could customize them. I would hope that not just the moves that you can pick are different. You know what I mean? I would hope the rest of their moves are different as well.
You probably can't customize them, but they're probably different between the 3 characters, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, they're gonna be. So I mean, each one's gonna play differently.
And there's gonna be customization on their appearance as well.
Yeah. Well.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know to what extent, I guess, but
can you edit their appearance a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool.
Again, we don't know to what extent, but
yeah,
it's something. It's something.
Yeah, it's better than what they could have done.
Yeah, they really could have just phoned it in, and I'm really glad they didn't. And on one hand, it's kind of funny. Usually, I wouldn't worry because I have a lot of faith in Sakurai for not messing up. The only thing I hold against him is that he put freaking Rob in Brawl, and Rob was one of the dumbest character ideas I've ever seen.
I'm still fine with Rob, dude.
I just I don't know. I just don't like it.
And I mean, it made sense too in the storyline. It worked.
Well, it only made sense in the storyline because there were Robs everywhere.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if maybe they did that first and then decided to make him playable. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think that's what happened. It seems like it. That feels like a situation I could see happening.
The only thing
Robs are everywhere.
The only thing I consider good about Rob is the fact when it was first leaked that he was going to be in the game, everyone thought it was going to be Rob from Star Fox, which would have been even dumber.
True enough.
But so at least it wasn't that, I guess.
Star Fox character, yeah. Oh gosh. So
yeah, part of me is I'm not even gonna sit here and try to say that I'm okay with admitting that I was wrong and worrying about it because I really shouldn't have been worried as much as I was.
You shouldn't have been worried, yeah. And that even leads into how you shouldn't have been worried about the last character too.
Oh yeah, about Pac-Man, of course. He
actually seems to have been done okay.
But my fear with Pac-Man is I watched the trailer for the new TV show, and he's a total annoying SpongeBob, and I was like, I don't want to see this crap.
I don't know how his games are from that new series, but
I have no idea.
The TV series at least seems to be just daft.
Yeah, I think that's a good word for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the games are actually decent. I don't know. Maybe we got people who play them and like them.
Yeah, maybe they're all right. I don't know. I kind of just don't care about Pac-Man, so I probably won't even look into them.
Yeah.
But yes,
but Pac-Man seems to be.
Yeah, they put him in and they handled him well. Sakurai said he even wanted to make it even more retro than it already is, but he felt that he couldn't go that far back. He had to.
It needed to be Pac-Man with arms and legs.
Yeah, I don't know if. Yeah, because I don't think what the hell would you have done
first
there?
Pac-Man, you see,
So yeah, he gave him the Mega Man treatment. Really,
yeah, pretty much.
He made sure not to do anything weird.
Yeah.
I still don't really care about him, but at least I'm not wanting to wring my own throat at the sight of it.
Yeah, I do like my initial reaction to you telling me Pac-Man. You're like, oh, Pac-Man, and I was like,
I don't even remember what you said.
It was about something else. I thought Pac-Man was involved in something else.
Right, you thought I was talking about the game or something, like they were doing it on Treehouse or something.
Because of Ghostly Adventures 2, actually. Yeah. I was like, yeah, Ghostly Adventures 2? I already knew about that.
Yeah, it was I was waiting for the roundtable to start, and then the first bit I saw from the roundtable was Pac-Man confirmed for Smash, and I was like, God damn it!
Yeah, and I was like, what? And you were like, Pac-Man, and I'm like...
And I was like, do I even need to say more than that?
And apparently you did. You did need to say more than that.
Because everyone else I said, they knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dusty at the time, who I did the Smash Brothers Direct reaction with, and I said, "Oh God damn it!" And then he was like, "Why? What happened? The roundtable just started. Why would you?" Oh. He just knew. I didn't even have to say Pac-Man.
Oh gosh.
And he was like, "Oh no. Oh no."
But you're happy with.
And then we just had to wait
Yeah.
Until they actually put the footage up so that we could actually kind of take it in and see what we were dealing with. And yeah, it could have been much worse.
Pac-Man actually won in their little tournament they had.
Well, that's because Sakurai was playing as him.
Still,
So of course he won.
Still, Yeah. So overall,
I am a little concerned because out of most of the footage I've seen, Mega Man has not been winning a whole lot, which makes me worried that he might not be very good. Maybe he's just tricky to use. Takes a little adjustment. Get out of here, Iggy! You dick.
A mix of people needing to learn how to use him, along with he's brand new. So I mean, they gotta get into that groove.
Which,
you know what I mean?
I guess I didn't see many of the new characters doing very well.
The only new character that you seen doing really well was Treehouse
Villager
plays with Villager.
And
they just go crazy with him.
And Greninja, as you see a lot of him doing rather well.
Yeah, and
I guess you see a bit of Little Mac doing okay.
Little Mac's doing okay. Wii Fit Trainer can do okay, it seems.
Yeah, they all seem. I haven't seen a lot of people doing well with Rosalina, but she's probably the most gimmicky, so it's probably hard to just pick her up on the show floor like that.
Yeah, the ones I've seen of Rosalina always screw up with her final smash, too. Just putting it somewhere that it's like, that doesn't help you. You know, I saw one of the ones during, I think it was during the Smash tournament at Treehouse, they put the star up in the air above the screen. So it was like,
that wasn't during the tournament, that was just during one of the other demonstrations.
Yeah. So it was
I thought it was funny during the Invitational that the commentators actually called it the final smash of minor annoyance at one point.
Yeah.
Because that was before they knew that you could actually throw someone into the star and that it would explode and do all sorts of damage.
Yeah. Which I guess just requires some smart placement.
Yeah, proper placement and stuff like that. And
proper getting in there and making sure that you can get somebody close enough to it. But I mean, that's with a decent amount of Final Smashes too. Anyways. Yeah,
there's a few that require like good placement, and then
like I'm in DK. If you're not even close to people, then it's like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
For example. Then it's like, it doesn't matter. You just hang out while DK's playing his bongos, you know. And it's like, okay.
See,
that is nice that I know that you mentioned it to me. That's nice that they put the little rhythm game on there.
Yeah, they put like a little assist for his on there, and they put a little assist on Pikachu's Final Smash as well to make it easier to control.
Right.
Both of which are, oh my god, that was the worst possible timing.
Both of which were kind of tough, yeah. Just to get the patterns down.
Yeah, Pikachu's was pretty much impossible to control in Brawl. Like, I don't know anyone that could actually control that rather well. Including myself. Like, I can probably stand the best chance of doing it, but even then, it's not an impressive thing to see.
Right, and for that, it's just like a little second ball, basically. Off to the side, right?
I'm guessing...
I think that's... Yeah.
I'm guessing you actually control that, and then he kind of gravitates towards that.
Right. Oh, gosh! That Morton... Okay, how do you recover from that? This Morton came up to me, I used a star, he got into my star...
Oh, damn it!
And then he came up again, so he got enough acceleration again to get back next to me. Hit me again while I was a star, and then he got ahead of me.
This is freaking ridiculous. I would have really liked to end the episode on a better note than this.
How do I hit him twice with a star, and he still gets ahead of me? I don't understand this.
I'm in 11th, man. I'm in 11th.
Oh gosh, I just went off the course.
I'm getting so boned. Like, what did I say during this discussion that, like, made me deserve this?
Do we have to make more on Smash, necessarily?
I don't think so. Like, I could probably talk about it for freaking hours, but that's probably enough for this discussion.
Yeah.
Because we're at about 50 minutes, so that's actually longer than I was expecting to go on this.
Yeah. Overall, I guess, kind of the whole point of doing this discussion was because, you know, as we said at the beginning of it, I wasn't going into this E3 being a big, you know...
There wasn't much you were looking forward to.
I'm really excited for Nintendo. You know what I mean? I do look forward to Nintendo games. You know what I mean?
Right.
There wasn't anything that was like, you know, I could get hugely excited about. But then they hit me with like everything to get excited about,
Yeah.
which was completely the opposite of.
That doesn't even look that much like Tom Cruise. Just saying.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
Just saying.
It does. Yeah. Okay. Is that how you wanted to end the episode?
I guess.
That doesn't.
I just
Tom
felt like
Cruise.
I had to point that out because I was sitting
Okay.
here looking at him and I realized he was in fact still in this match.
Yeah. That's the bigger thing to take out of this recording.
Exactly.
That guy does not look like Tom Cruise.
Nope.
All right.
Pretty much as if you watched the non-HD episodes we put up, it looks about as much like Tom Cruise as that one me that was supposed to be Beyonce. That looked nothing like Beyonce.
Did we put that one up?
Come to think of it, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, we did put up the dude, right?
The dude and Alf are both up.
And
I feel like Beyonce is up. I think that was like some of our first episodes.
Yeah, I just didn't know if we put it up or not. But yeah, the dude. That's how you want to do it. If you're gonna do it.
I mean, I don't think he's playing as me.
No, he's not. He's playing as Roy.
Anyway, so yeah, that's probably. You know, we might even continue playing Mario Kart tonight. We might talk about Smash some more, maybe, because there's plenty to talk about. We might backtrack and talk about some of the other stuff as well. Who knows?
Yeah,
but that'll be it for this part. Those will just be outright Mario Kart episodes, probably, if we take this further.
Yeah.
Two 50-minute parts on E3 discussion is probably enough. Probably too much, honestly.
Probably too much, yeah. But it was pretty much like I was trying to say. If you didn't go into this E3 being like a big, expect a lot from Nintendo, you look into what actually was there, and you might be surprised.
I think they had a lot of interesting stuff to offer, and it wasn't as the Robot Chicken segments in the digital event pointed out. It wasn't a new Mario game.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't do something like drop another new Super Mario Brothers on us.
Yeah.
So that's something. I think that's worth noting.
For people who weren't aware, who saw that actually was done by Robot Chicken.
Yeah, that was absolutely done by them.
Cool little cooperation there between Nintendo and Robot Chicken. So they did them well too. So they were hilarious. How are we gonna end this race? Terribly? Probably.
I just did that backwards drift thing again. That's terrible.
Oh gosh.
Oh god, get away. Oh, I stole her star!
Where are you? Oh, you're right behind me.
Yeah.
Oh.
She had a number 8 and landed on me, and I stole the star and then ran her over with it.
Gosh.
But I'm still in dead last, so it didn't help me at all. But it was funny, so I don't care. Whatever.
Gosh, so many bananas on that.
Oh, you actually hit one on my screen, but...
Oh, no, I got it ahead of you.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Alright. I guess that's it for this.
Bad form.
Yeah. So that dude's not Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay.